meeting. As you know, we have His Royal Majesty here, Igwe, Sir, Engineer Augustine Emelobe, there's two of Oba. You don't get such opportunities all the time. Please come. It's not every time you have your traditional ruler travel all the way from home to be with you. So this is one of those rare moments. And ladies and gentlemen, please let us give audience to His Royal Majesty Igwe to address us. This is very important. Please listen. Talk of the town, show down the city, everywhere. Thank you, thank you.
I greet each and every one of you. My Lord Bishop, Ndi Ichie, and the Chief. Ndi Zenazo, Ndi IYOM, my daughters, my sister, my brother-in-law, Oba Ekenemono, Ndi Demili Ekenemono, Ndi Anambra Ekenemono, Ndi Igbo Ekenemono. This short address is an address of His Royal Majesty Igwe Engineer Augustine Emelobe Ezoboko II of Oba, delivered at the 2026 OBA Europe Convention, and I titled it Unity in Progress. I wish to begin by expressing my profound gratitude to God Almighty, who by His divine grace has made it possible for all of us to gather here today for this landmark event captured OBA Convention Europe. Oba, stronger together, building a better OBA Kingdom. I really feel deeply honored to be invited to declare this 2026 OBA in Europe Convention open. I hereby declare it open to the glory of God. I want to preach on peace and progress. When we are united, we can build. When we are divided, we cannot get anywhere. I want to appeal to all of our sons and daughters in UK and Europe to rise up to the challenge that is facing us. The challenge of living in peace. The challenge of joining our hands together to build an egalitarian society. By the grace of God, I've come to this throne with one thing in mind: the fear of God, and to be fair, to be decisive, and to be honest, and reign with integrity. Oba has been bedeviled with a lot of social vices over the past 10 years. For 7 years, we had no Igwe. And Oba was in turmoil with land grabbing, with criminalities, with cultism, with all kinds of social vices. But the root cause of the problem is poverty and unemployment of the youth. The security challenges we have in Oba, the land grabbing challenges we have in Oba, is as a result of youth restiveness, unemployment, and poverty. Because across the length and breadth of Nigeria, unemployment and poverty. But I've come with a great experience in managing youth restiveness, and I need your support. I need you to be in unity for us to address those challenges. During my maiden ofala and coronation on the 9th of January, I addressed the issue of youth restiveness. I stated that I was setting up 38 different committees.
Please listen.
These committees.
Please listen. It's very important. Listen, please. Thank you.
One of the critical committees was on security. Because without a secured operating environment, you cannot have investors on top. And Oba stands in a location where we provide an alternative to the built-up town of Onitsha, Obosi and Mpo. And then we are in between Onitsha and the Navy. So we are strategically located to house investors. But because of the challenges we face with youth unemployment, nobody is ready to settle in Oba because of land grabbing. Lands are being sold twice, 3 times, because these youths have no job. So I said, after security, we focus on youth skills acquisition and empowerment. And I'm happy to announce to you that today, Oba has become a town where we are training our youth in long-distance truck driving. If you need a long-distance truck driver, qualified, come to Oba. We will give you certificated one that can drive anywhere in the world. And this year, our plan is to train 1,000 of those youths.
Wow.
We are also liaising with an aircraft maintenance school in the US to train most of these youths on aircraft maintenance technician jobs. The reason we are identifying these jobs are jobs that can give them the skill set that can take them outside Nigeria to be professionally and properly engaged. Because every youth in Nigeria want to travel abroad to do what they don't know. We want to equip them. Now when they go out, they become capable and skilled workers. And that has made us, with the setting up of that skills acquisition, we have now established an infrastructure hub in Oba. We are building one of the biggest and most sophisticated skills acquisition center in collaboration with the state and federal government to ensure that our youth are trained and empowered. It's not just training them, it's helping them to secure paid employment. That is when it is a complete skills acquisition and empowerment. And with that, today we are setting what we call land arbitration panels in Oba. The lower arbitration panel and the appeal arbitration panel. These panels are to look into the land grabbing issues that have occurred in Oba in the last 50 years and address them so that people can re-establish their confidence and return to Oba. Oba has a very huge deposit of gas that can last the next 150 years in Oba. We do. Oba has a huge deposit of mica that is used in making glass that can last the next 75 years. And we intend to tap into these resources. We are setting up what we call Oba Investment Development Company to liaise with technical experts, raise the appropriate funds to rebuild our market, to build a petrochemical plant and a gas-powered power plant that can have the captive market within Lewe, within Onisha,
around the fabulous
and more. I ask all of our sons and daughters and interested investors to join us. We want to make Oba great. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with a step. People ask me, how do you think this is possible? And I said, I believe in God. And with God, nothing is impossible. My background is oil and gas industry. I spent a total of 32 years in the oil and gas industry. I retired for Chevron as a general manager, facilities engineering and major capital projects. I was a project director.
Now I know.
So I'm coming from a background that I'm very familiar, I'm very competent. And I tell you, join us, because tomorrow may be too late. But we will set the pace so that others will follow. And as we address the land issues to reduce the fears and concerns of people regarding insecurity in Oba, we will then descend on those whose DNA has criminality and put them where they belong.
Good talk.
As a traditional ruler, I strongly believe in human capital development. I've studied the history of the developed world and the royalties in the developed world. And I have seen that they laid the foundation for the economic growth and revolution of their different countries. The government come and go, but the traditional institutions are there permanently. Since my ascension to the throne of Ezuloko II, we have made some significant quiet achievements in terms of internal security. We also realize that one of the greatest challenges that each of the communities has is accountability, integrity, and financial auditability. We establish what we call the single treasury account in Oba, where every money that is collected, every contribution that is generated, will go into this single treasury account, and it will be audited every year and presented to the General Assembly of Oba.
If you love good things, what? Clap your hands. Thank you.
And I stand here boldly tell you that we shall sustain transparency,
Amen,
accountability, and integrity in managing every fund that comes into that purse. We set up a finance management committee, and I'm pleading on some of you who are experts in finances to join this committee and tell us how best to run this account so that our people will re-establish their confidence in the local government of our town. I believe that we can become one of the towns in the developed world through a carefully crafted urban development plan that will tie into the government's Greater Onisha urban development plan. The Anambra State government is planning to build a new Niger city in Oba by acquiring 5,000 hectares of land between Oba and Odebe and Abubu. And we do not want that Sanfield area to become where there will be a plaza for traders. We want it to become an industrial center by us attracting industrial companies. As I mentioned, a petrochemical plant, the feasibility study has been completed. The power plant, 375 megawatt, the plan has been completed, the feasibility study, and we are moving forward with government because the power generation is now no more on the exclusive list of the federal government. So the state, you can generate and put into the Anambra State distribution grid. And that will become part of our contribution with the development of Anambra State. Our healthcare delivery has received a boost through the renovation of our OBA Trauma Center, which was built through the effort of one of our illustrious sons, the late engineer Nze. And we're renaming that hospital Nze Memorial Hospital to provide secondary healthcare services. We are renovated through the contribution of our sons and daughters in America. Today, it is a significant building that will provide high healthcare services to our people. And it will be managed by the Ndi University Teaching Hospital Academy as a general hospital. During the 2025-2026 academic year, we disbursed educational grants to over 500 primary, secondary, and tertiary school students to assist them with the payment of their school fees and examination fees. We have a scholarship committee headed by one of our illustrious daughters, Professor Rose OBA, and she provided a database of all the indigenous students in all the 9 villages, and we are taking them on to pay their school fees, complete school fees, until they graduate. The database costs across, and my target is in 20 years we will have 1,000 professors from OBA. It's a goal. And we are marching towards that.
You're not clapping enough. You're not clapping enough to appreciate this.
As of today, we have over 60 OBA youths who have successfully completed the training for heavy goods vehicles, long distance truck ride at GWAST and Lafarge training centers in Port Harcourt and Calabar respectively. Now, these individuals have gotten employment because we, after the training, certificating them, we also help them to obtain their licenses. And they are certificated to drive in any part of Europe because Lafarge is a French company.
Wow, not even Nigeria only.
Our plan is that this year we will train 1,000 youths. We have developed their youth needs assessment by engaging each and every one of them. And this important skills acquisition and empowerment committee is headed by Professor Nze Chike. We're working very hard with all our critical stakeholders to improve sanitation in OBA. Environmental sanitation. On the 7th of May, we will start a tree planting in the whole of OBA. In the next 2 years, when you are passing OBA, you will think it's one of the cities in Europe by the grace of God. With regards to our traditional administration, we have successfully celebrated our maiden of valor. Have strengthened the OBA cabinet with the installation of additional Ichies and the conferment of more chief secretary titles on many worthy sons of OBA, some of whom are here with us at this event. If you look at the high table now, you will realize that I have a lot of my Ichies and chiefs who flew in from the US and from Nigeria as a result of their belief and faith in our cabinet. It is a democratic process. And I encourage them not just to become a member of the cabinet, to just come and go, but to make meaningful contribution to each and every one of the 38 development committees that we have. I know the question everyone will ask is, how do we raise the money? OBA has a lot of sons and daughters that are multi-millionaires and who have made it in different spheres of life. And they believe in the development of OBA, but have been yearning for a transparent and accountable leadership. And I assure you that the current cabinet has provided that platform under which we can move forward.